It's been nice to have you here.
Thank you.
Should be perfect the voice. It's not me hyping now. It's true. They are even saying, okay, let me not say everything they are saying. I'm going to just allow people to find out for themselves. Lezly, you are a music artist.
Yes, I am.
First of all, let's start by your name. Lezly, GYP. What does GYP stand for?
Okay, okay, that's kind of okay. People call me Lezly. Lezly is my actual name. That's it's Oli Garden, Leslie. But the GYP, okay, I used to be a rapper actually. So GYP used to stand for Groovy Young Player. So, but then I think there was an artist with the name GYP, so I had to add Lezly to it.
Young player. Please, what do you play? Let's be,
I play music.
let's be clear. That's where we're coming from. All right. Lezly, we just played your song, and I hear that you have a new song that just, dropped or is yet to come out.
No, the song's out, yeah.
It's out already. Tell us about it.
Okay, so the song is titled Perfect Girl. Yeah, and it's almost Valentine, and that's one of the reasons why the song came out about this period.
That lyrics I just heard. Lezly, go on.
Okay, so Perfect Girl, okay, it's more like my story, when you're this guy and you're just there and you're trying to meet somebody, you've been heartbroken before, and then you try to meet somebody new, but then you have to meet somebody who's perfect. Yeah, so, but then I met this person, and yeah, that person was, perfect.
Real life story.
Not real life story. Yeah, but it's a story actually.
Yeah,
something came up then.
I get it. So the song is out. It's already up on all streaming platforms.
All platforms.
How can people find it?
Yeah, people can just search me out Lezly GYP on Google, and you can just on Apple Music, Audiomack, Tidal, everywhere.
Okay, we'll get back to the song, but let's get into Lezly demand behind the song. You've been in the industry for a while. How long?
About close to 10 years.
What is the motivation? Because when I went to go and do my research, I actually could backtrack you to a very long time, say 5, 6, 7 years. I didn't even know it was up to 10. Yeah. That's consistency. So what's been keeping you around? What's the motivation?
Okay, so the thing is, someone who actually have the passion for music, music itself. So I love to express myself through music and try to get people's attention with music. So, I actually want to get to the top. Yeah, and I've always seen there's a certain genre was actually a trend, but then I'm trying to put myself out there to bring something different to the Nigerian industry. Yeah,
before we get to the genre that is currently trending, because Nigeria is a crazy place when it comes to trend and genres, but you started a little 10 years away from here, right? Yes, and you have continued to do it. It sounds like you woke up and you knew this is what you wanted to do, and you put in everything you should have inside it. Is that what it is?
Yeah, it is what it is. Okay, so first of all, I started way as a rapper, and then, but then I always had the passion, because most times when I do rap, I have to do my own chorus. Yeah, the hooks I have to sing. Then I was like, okay, fine. Why not just put in the singing, just give it a shot, and then it was working good for me. And on the long run, it started rough, then you having to pick up the lines and everything, ups and downs. But then I have the passion, I have to achieve something, I can't start like this and just drop it off. I have to get there.
So do you still get into the basket of rap once in a while, or you left it entirely? And why? What really informed that move from rap to singing?
I love singing.
more than rap?
Kind of. Okay, I feel music can singing can actually be emotional, sort of. So it helps you express yourself in a different way, and rap can actually get a little bit having to go off the edge. Yeah, so then I have to but then doesn't mean I've actually totally dropped rap, because I'm actually still going to have a bit of rap in my music. And
of course, usually it is expected. You do more, listening to your stuff out there, you do more R&B-ish kind of stuff, even though you find a way to infuse the Afrobeat end of it inside. But how has that been, trying to maintain your sound and still keep up with the trends? And that's what I mean when I say we get to the trends. How are you able to maintain your sound and still be able to reach out to a wider audience?
Okay, so so far I feel I have my own fans and people who actually like good music. So I've always believed if you're going to do a good music, make it good. So it doesn't have to be just putting something out there. It has to be something that's actually going to get to the people. You know, when you sing good and you actually put that much energy into it. So at times music can actually be in sense of, you know, touching people's soul. Yeah, and it depends on how you put it out there.
All right, now talking about, you know, singing good, you know, because of course some of your songs, you know, were played before we came on air, and you know, it got some of our colleagues, you know, going gaga right behind the scene. But now talking about this, you know, your songs, you know, what actually inspires you when you want to title some of your songs? Because of course, your songs are really nice, you know. But you know, talk to us about that.
Okay, what inspires my song at times is the mood. Yes, I might be in the mood, you know, depending on the mood, and then something comes up, and then I have to think about it, and like, okay, let me just express myself. It's based on expression. That's what music is. So I have to express myself. Like, okay, this is how it feels, and this is how I have to do it.
Okay, so definitely you're always finding yourself in one mood or the other for you to be able to put.
You know, anything can be inspiration. Like talking to you right now, I could feel like, oh, so I was in the studio today, and okay, let me write something about it, and just make it, let's express it in a very good way that's going to get to somebody.
All right, now talking about music, of course I know it's a journey that it's really not smooth, you know, considering the fact that you have to pay bills, you know, get your stuff together before it comes out looking good. Are you signed to any label?
I'm not signed to a label right now.
So how do you struggle the whole, you know, expenses that comes with music? Because it's really a very capital intensive project, to be very frank. So how are you able to juggle all of this together?
Okay, so I'm actually going to advise people out there who's actually singing and you don't have anything else to do. Okay, so I work and then I try to mix it up. It's not easy working and singing. Nah, it's a lot, because at times you have to go off like for a very, very long time, you know, having to work, you're stressed, you don't have time to write your songs at times, but then, you know, you have to put more work in what is your career. You yourself is what you have to sell out there, and then you have to put more effort. So I make my money and I try to put into music, and that's where my career is. So it's.
So how's it been so far? Have you been breaking even? or is it just the passion that kept you going? Or
I feel the passion is like a dream. You know, when you have that dream and you want to achieve something, you feel like this is where I want to be, and I'm not there yet, so I give up. I have to just put my effort to it, like 100%. So I'm still there.
Your voice stands out. I think that was the first thing that those people he mentioned first noticed when you said good morning, and it was like, whoa. And I mentioned it, and you said you put a lot of work into it. I do know that singers, people who function in the music industry, you do these trainings where you do and you do all those things just to activate, more like warming up your voice and all that. But you said you put in work. I don't think there's a texture. There is a difference. So tell us about this. Walk us through your voice trainings and how you're able to maintain.
Okay, so I've had an experience, and which was a crazy one. So my passion for singing was what really led to me doing that. Okay, so it was this time I went out with my friends. It was like on I think in November. I can't remember what year it was. So I drank. Yes, I used to drink that bad. So I drank for like, I don't know, for a couple of months, and it was crazy, and then I lost my voice. Yeah. So you know that thing when you have that passion and you want to do this thing and you can't do it? Yeah. And I wanted to sing, I could not project. I was having this OS and I was almost crying like, damn, I'm losing my career already. You know, the career just started and it's almost getting to the end, and I was like, nah, this has to stop. And then I totally stopped drinking. I stopped cold stuffs, and I was just like, I have to put this in, because this is my career, this is where I'm feeling like I believe I'm going to achieve something, and you know, this is my workshop. I can't ruin it before it starts.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, so I had to just put that effort, like, okay.
So that's a sacrifice you had to make to you know, keep this voice sounding the way it does. Let us get back to the challenge. My colleague did ask you how you're able to juggle the whole monetary end of things. A lot of times that's like one of the major challenges that artists have, especially independent artists. But would you count that as your major challenge? And if not, what is the biggest challenge you've had to deal with?
Okay, okay, it's one of the big challenges. It's actually a big challenge, actually. It's not easy because, you know, even the currency is not really helping right now because if you happen to put your song out there, you know, you have to pay in a different currency. And that's, you know, putting it on all social media as the tenor and everything, it's not that easy. Yeah. So, but, you know, the biggest challenge is having to get known, you know, to get known by people, get shows, get platforms that's going to put you out there. So that's the biggest challenge.
Which also boils to promotion.
Exactly.
How have you dealt with that in the past?
Okay, I'm this kind of person that I get to meet people a lot, and everywhere I go, I try to connect with people, and I feel connection actually works better than most things at times, because you never can tell who's going to put you out there. You never can tell. So I've gotten platforms on different areas which I never expected to. Yeah. So yeah. Okay. My Soft Touch, it was true connection. There's this lady in Austria which I met, and then it's like, okay, fine, let's do something. And that song was featured with an Austrian artist. Yeah, so it was an international song. So yeah, I had to put that out there. So it's not been easy, but I have to keep going.
All right, The Perfect Girl is like the #1 stuff that you've just dropped recently. It's like top on the list right now. We're trying to push it. What we're talking about this conversation around promotion. What has it been like? What has the love been like for The Perfect Girl since you dropped it?
Okay, so far so good. People actually love the song Perfect Girl because, yeah, you know, it's a crazy world right now, and everybody's trying to find love, and it's not easy. But then, it's going, just pushing, you know, to the best I can. I'm trying.
Some people backstage said to ask you if there is somebody, you know, special who's probably waiting for you to come home right now, so that you know, breakfast will go well. You understand?
Yeah, there's nobody special yet.
Oh, okay. You heard him. There's nobody special yet. Shoot your shot. Please, is your DM open and slippery, or do we need to wear boots to enter?
It's going to be open to everyone.
Right?
Yes.
Okay, still talking about Perfect Girl. It's out on all streaming platforms.
Yes,
yeah?
it is.
And go ahead, stream Perfect Girl, stream every other work that Lezly has out there. That's how we support our own. Lezly, before I let you go, maybe you're going to give us freestyle.
Yeah, definitely.
You can decide if it's going to be rap or anything, but just feel free and exercise yourself.
Okay. Your body's fine like a girl just wanna take you home. Can I be honest, never seen the way of a family like that. Shawty talk to me, I really nice to let you know. You're on my mind. You give my love, you give my touch, you give my step. Yeah, it's just about it.
Should we see why they call him Nigerian Chris Brown? Okay, thank you so much, Lezly, for coming on the show this morning. It was beautiful having this conversation with you. Hopefully we'll get to see you around more often. I know Perfect Girl is the major project you have right now promoting, but what should we be expecting in the future? Any more work, collaborations coming up?
All right, so last year I really didn't do much, yeah, but this year I actually made up my mind, like it's going to be a whole lot of songs, so I'm working on a whole lot of projects. I'll be dropping my EP this year, yeah, so I'm working on a whole lot of songs with different genres, you know, dance music, soul music, and a whole lot of it. And I have another song that I'll be dropping next after Perfect Girl. It's soul R&B music featured with T-Jill. Yeah, so it's a very great song. Trust me.
Okay, you heard it from the man, Lezly himself. More great stuff coming up after Perfect Girl. Perfect Girl is not where it ends. In fact, it's not even the beginning yet. People are just having a taste of what this great man has to offer. Go ahead, stream his work. It's all up on all streaming platforms. Anyone that you can think of right now is there. Just go ahead, type Lezly, and all his music would appear. Lezly, are you on social media? How can people find you?
Just search Lezly GYP on Instagram, Twitter, I'm everywhere.
All right, Lezly GYP on all social media platforms, and you will be speaking directly with the man himself. iBrand break. When we return, we'll be having another star joining us to shine. Don't go anywhere. Stay with us.